What's going on, guys? Um, for some reason, I don't really know who's out there other than ERM tonight because I got it going on both my channels at once. So it's kind of awkward when you're streaming on two channels at once. What's up, Chuck? How are you doing this evening? Me, I'm all hopped up on some caffeine. Got these gray hairs in my beard. I got it cut. Chilling, chilling. What's up, Mary? It's good to see you. Yeah, I decided I was gonna go live, see what was going on today. Um, it's kind of crazy, dude. Kind of crazy. Been getting a lot of flack for coming back into the YouTube streets, hanging out with the wrong crowd. Some people say. Uh, to me, it's not about that at all. Like I feel that I am I'm growing as a person. I'm developing communication skills. I'm making sure people know I'm still out here. I'm still alive. And, I probably got to turn up my mic a little bit. It's getting, you know how it is at night. Get crazy. It says it's as high as it goes. High as it goes. What's up, Genevieve? What's up, Nubs? I would take your gray hair, but I got enough of mine, brother. Got enough of mine. Too young to be having all gray. I'm gonna have to start doing that Rogaine and start dyeing the beard. Try to, fake it till I make it kind of thing. Man, it's a trip. It's a trip. This whole YouTube experience. It's been an up and down roller coaster since I started. Uh, Pissed a lot of people off along the way, and it kind of just trips me out. Trips me out. People want to say they're my friends. They want to say, hey, I'm your friend if, as long as you don't do this. But it's like, I don't know. You can't control me. People can't control me, and that's the problem. When people try to control me, it really it really irks me, and when I'm on a live stream, from now on, I've been turning my phone on, it's called do not disturb mode. So that way you can't actually get a hold of me while I am on a live stream. I mean, how disrespectful is it for you to be on a live stream and, someone see you're on a live stream and you're on stage right now and they're sending you messages, oh, you're swinging on daddy's nuts. Oh, I hope you like it. Oh, you're just trying to fit in. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of sick. It's kind of sick and twisted, and then to go around and, you don't even have to say my name. Everybody knows who you're talking about, you know. People know who I am. It's not like I just I disappeared for a little bit. Doesn't mean that they forgot about me. I mean, how could you not think that's disrespectful? You know, if if you're doing that kind of stuff, I mean, it can't be for your best interest. Um, and if someone's a friend and they're gonna put conditions on their friendship with you, it's it's just not right. Just not right. That's not what a true friendship is. A true friendship, they're gonna tell you what you need to hear. Um, the hard truth. They're gonna tell you where you're messing up. If someone's a true friend, they're not gonna tell you you're great when you're not. You know, when you got places you should be, like if you need to be at work and you're skipping work or you're skipping church or something, so that way you can go dick around, or whatever it is you need to be doing, instead of doing that, you know so you guys are funny. You guys are cracking me up. See, cracking me up. If you got, Chuck, if you're gonna be making jokes, you got to come up here and hang out, dude. Gotta hang out. uh, yeah, friends don't enable, but friends only, like, they should not put a condition on where you are. If you decide that you want to go shop at Walmart or whatever, that's on you. That's on you. If you want to go and hit the gym, that's on you. But when you start putting conditions on someone and saying, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that," it's like that bothers me. It bothers me, because uh, I went through a lot of stuff over on the Paula and Slave channel. We've been through a lot. I was there for like 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, and I had a lot of interesting experiences over there. And when we had a falling out, I had to correct the record. I had to go back. I had to correct the record, and I got flack for that. I was told, "Oh, I'm a pussy boy. I'm a coward. all kinds of stuff." And it's like, certain people were the ones that were saying, "Hey, why are you even listening?" To that stuff, and then they turn around and say the same stuff, like it's a joke. Um, and I've grown so much in the past 2 months. I've been working on myself, and I've really like come to terms with the fact that I've done what I've done, and I accept the fact that certain things were said to me that I didn't like, but I also noticed the growth that I've gotten from that. You know what I mean? Like when somebody helps you grow, it kind of it's what's up, Chuck? You know what I'm saying, right? Because I'm sure you've been around to see the growth in me and where I've come, where I've gone. I take a couple steps back when it comes to Jack Talcott, but how could you not? It, it's like the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and
That is,
round.
they're flat.
Man, it's like,
No, no, I'll tell you what, it's a little too crazy on a couple of them channels right now. Uh, and not crazy in a good way either. And the last thing you want to do right now is get caught up in that uh, mess that's going on. I don't
I
condone
totally
any
agree.
of it.
I
It's
totally agree.
I don't understand why everybody wants to eat everybody. You know, there's no
Well,
reason. There's what? How many million billion people in this world? There's enough people to go around the internet that we don't have to fight over two people being on my channel. You know what I mean?
definitely, definitely. But I see the what happened. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that happened with me. Ah, we lost Chuck. It's the same thing that happened with me though. Once you start going around and you start piping off at the mouth, and you start making enemies with people. Like if you keep their name out of your mouth, you won't have a problem with it. That's what I was trying to tell Ian today. When you have a panel or whatever, and people come up and they want to start causing trouble, well, I'm in charge of this channel. I got to take charge. If you start coming up here and you start saying, "Oh, fuck this guy, blah blah
It's
blah," I
still
got to say, "Hey,
going.
Chuck, this ain't the place for that, Chuck." Right? And if I don't do that, that's on me. You can't expect people to not give you backlash when you're bringing their name up. You know,
And when you're trying to resolve a difference, screaming at each other is not going to solve a thing. Nobody's going to get a word in edgewise. They're still going over there, Moose, on Ian and Paul. It's 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 totally nuts. I
yeah,
You got to be
it
the
is
big
nuts.
man sometime. Hi, Mary.
What's
Hi.
up, Mary? It's good
How
to
you
see you up
guys?
here.
Thank you. How you guys
Yeah, it's a
doing?
female. Damn it, throw her out.
Hey, you know what
uh,
I found out through life? The only time a person tears another down is to make themselves feel better. Like it
Yes,
really
ma'am.
has nothing to do with the person they're tearing down, but it has everything to do with how they feel about themselves. I've never been torn down by someone who's self confident. I've never been torn down by someone who had nothing to gain by it. So I I can't control other people. I had to learn that really early in life. But I did learn through that to change my perspective. So if someone says, "Have a nice day," well, you know where that's coming from. If someone touches your shoulder and says, "I hope you have a nice day," you know where that's coming from. In the internet situation, like it's gonna be harder to detect that. But in my mind, I err on the side of caution. And if I can't detect where that's coming from, it kind of goes into the neutral category until I can figure out, who the person is, get to know them better. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I
seriously,
guarantee you.
go
I
ahead.
know
Go
one
ahead.
of the people that got on to you today, Moose. I almost know in my head. Look, she did the same thing I did. Dropped my
Uh,
phone earlier.
Oh, damn.
sorry.
It's all good. We dropping phones over here. We're rambling.
At least we ain't fighting.
And
Yes, and we're not spitting or getting red faced or tearing each other down. Like, to me, these are signs. I'm going to use myself, even with my children. I like to use myself as an example first and foremost when I'm trying to teach them something. And if I'm spitting, I'll stop and be like, okay, I'm too excited. Even if it's a good excited, I'm too excited. I need to chill out because I am trying so fast that I'm not fool enough to
is
know
that
that
Is it
me
me
or
or
is that
she both
Mary?
fighting?
that's probably me. Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So I'll use myself as an example. And if I get red faced and stupid, I've been a mom for 31 years now. And if I've gotten red faced and stupid, I've literally said to my kids, okay, I need a timeout, because I am not controlling myself. So I'm going to go sit in my room and chill out until I can talk like a normal person. So they got to see with their eyes a role model correct themselves, put themselves in the timeout, you know what I'm saying, and show them the way of dealing with our own behaviors, show them how to deal with them because I can't expect my child to know how to deal with a behavior until I teach my child how to deal with that behavior. So I noticed we had more people, so hey, I'm going to mute up for a second.
What's up, Yurt?
Oh,
Nubs?
what's up? What's up? I was just listening, and I only got
What's
like
up,
10
guys?
minutes, but I just wanted to pop in and say good evening to everyone and say hello. And man, I read your email. I appreciated your email and your response. I sent you one back, Moose, and and I kind of wrote this back in my response, but I wanted to share it here. But I've come to the conclusion, and it's a duh thing. It's an obvious, like, of course, I might seem like a smart dude, but sometimes I realize I'm actually incredibly dumb. But, but this has to be about the worst way to communicate that has ever been conceived uh, in the human history of all
Oh,
time.
hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
people
Amen.
are saying a lot of things on here but nobody's actually listening to anyone else. Everybody's just waiting for their chance to talk. You know,
What was
what is
that?
said,
What? Okay, now shut up.
what is said today will be changed tomorrow, right? And we're all guilty of this. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm speaking for myself, you know, and I try to limit this behavior, but it's like, dude, the contradictions are running amok. We're putting our faith in people that we have no connection with. There's no human, there's no flesh in it, there's no work in it, there's nothing gained, there's nothing lost. It's a completely superfluous, it's like McDonald's of human socialization. It's the cost of entry is way low. The cost of leaving is way low. And then I said the MoOse, and then you add things like trolls and spooks and all that shit on top, and it's like, what in that? And then the physical cost of the literal time spent on here, and it's like, what are we doing? What
I'm
am
telling
I
you,
doing? Not even we. What am I doing?
I've been on this all day trying to figure it out.
Oh
Right.
man.
I agree with you, Austin. I would like to maybe ask a question or ponder something. With the society in which we live and the lack of connection, I feel like so many people, especially on streams where there can be face to face, not face to face, I mean, you know what I mean, where there
Yeah.
can be visual. There are so many people who've isolated themselves because of what's going on in society that when they see or hear or read like-minded things, they're like, I I need to connect. I need to write down this address. I need to go there, you know, and they're so balls to the wall that I do think a little bit of posture. You know what I'm saying? Like correcting your own posture before you go, because you know when I have an idea, okay, I'm creating my own homestead. So when I have an aha moment, I'm like, who can I call that's going to understand this? There's not a lot of people who do this. Well, I'm going to tell you straight up, there's like virtually no one. So as I'm doing my videos, and I'm not doing them for any purpose but for someone to, you know, maybe get inspired, you know, or see that it can be done. Even I was like, I need, you know what, that guy had Homestead in his name. Let me go check out, you know, what they got to say. Or like Austin, when I first saw your name, and I'm like, I'm building one of those. I gotta go see what this guy says. You know, just for that weird connection. And you're right, albeit very, very barely connected, barely, you know, it's barely, but people are reaching for something. It's not in a church. It's not in the local community hall. Sometimes it's not in the family. So, you know, they don't know where to turn. They're with a pen flashlight trying to find something in the dark. And like you said, Austin, you run into trolls, you run into bots, you run into actual saboteurs, and then it throws you off the rail. And then what happens in humanity? You get mad. You start getting mad, and then that then becomes the first thing coming out instead of curiosity, instead of connectiveness. You know, yes.
Because what I got to say is more important than what you got to say.
You know,
I
I don't understand that part of humanity where on YouTube, if someone feels intelligent, it's their, to me, I perceive them as thinking everyone else is stupid.
No, it's
And
that
just that
makes
to me,
sense.
I'm smarter than you
Before we go
because
too far, I
you're
gotta
not
say
face to face.
I disagree with your in a way, because I've made so many connections in my real life over these years, right? And I have, you know, everywhere I've gone, It's been, oh, I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm your friend, right? Oh, let's keep in touch, let's keep in touch, stuff like that. And although I may have hundreds more who do it to me online, I have a handful, and you four up here are people I would call friends in real life. You're four people that I've come to for help. You're four people that I have reached out to personally. Nubs has my phone number. Mary has my phone number. I'm not sure if Chuck has my phone number. I think he gave me his phone number. He said, if I ever need someone to talk to about AA or anything else, he's there for me. Austin is there for me. Anytime I email Austin, he's there for me to be like, hey, this is my opinion. Whether I want to hear it or not, you're there. And you're a fellow father. And so whereas people like JG would say, no, there's no way that people online can be internet friends. Well, I have to disagree. There might not be as many connections that look real, but I would say that I've made connections with people that are so strong that they're stronger than the ones I've met in real life. And those people that I've met in real life, they cut me off just as fast as people on the internet, for doing one thing wrong. So that's where I disagree. I feel like I've found people online on here that make me keep coming back. Not just the trauma bonding, but like the actual real life experience that I'm learning from people, especially Nubs. Fucker, him and his barbershop top.
Well, look at his hair. I
Just
wouldn't take
saying.
his advice.
Well, yeah, me too. Me too,
We like
ultimately
that.
as well. And I'm
I'm
finding
just
those
saying I'm
people.
feeling a little out of place here, guys. I mean, I'm just feeling a little.
You're fine. We're not gonna dish you. I don't think.
I
Yeah, but
guess
there is
my
something going
perception
on, man.
of this comment would be it for me. It's much like anything else. It's what I put into it is what I'm expecting to get out. I don't go out and plant corn seed and expect radishes.
Right on.
Yeah, this is not a fertile ground for many. Um, and it really depends on what you're here for. Like me, personally,
Oops.
Man, lost
Yeah,
knobs.
I know. For me, I just try to put myself out
He'll
there
be
as a
back.
person, as who I am. And I've gotten kicked a couple of times here recently, and it hasn't been pretty. It hurt my feelings, my poor feelings, because I thought a couple of these people might actually respected what I was saying, just to
hmm
find out I was wrong.
hmm
But I got over it.
And I'm not even gonna hide from it or be behind the bush. The whole reason why I have not put my opinion on my YouTube page or even done a live is kind of for this reason. You
I
know,
understand.
I I I like to educate myself before I do things, but I have found myself in situations I'm unfamiliar with, that I had never even prepared myself for. And I've been able to get through it. I wouldn't call it successful, except that I made it out the other end. So sometimes, yeah, we find ourselves in a situation we wouldn't normally put ourselves in. And a lot of the benefit lies in how we as people deal with that situation. And I've been pushed off my mark. I mean, I've I've had arguments with my husband and been made wrong, and had to eat crow, but that kind of comes with the learning. Like I say all that to ask Moose. If I call you Moose, sorry, my dog's name is Mufasa. um, I wanted to ask Moose, through this experience, has it helped you um, observe and maybe redefine Your motivation?
All right, so to answer that question, yes. So let's say in the first early days of me being on Paul Enslaved, I didn't. My motivation was just to kind of like find my voice, to get up there, to entertain people, um, and through that, trying to bring Nubs back in here. Hold on. Okay, so through that process, right? I started seeing, I started getting a little bit maybe jealous. I don't know if it was jealousy or if it was the fact that I was like, hey, my wife notices that I'm spending a lot of time on here, but I'm not getting anything tangible that she can see, you know? And so I was like, man, now I should probably try to make my own money on it here, right? And then but the thing is, it's never really about money for me. It was more about socialization, getting the skills and communication, getting different perspectives, like growing as a man, trying to be like a better person for my family, for myself, for my community. And I even was talking the other day, maybe it was yesterday or today, about how like I wanted to make some money on here. But then like when I really think about it, is this really what I want to do to make money? No, it's not. It's not necessarily a way that I want to make money. I don't really want to up the production value. I might want to come with some better content. Might want to show some better stuff. Like I want to show my gardening and stuff when I get home. I want to teach people things, but do I really want to make money from it? Money has never been the only reason why I've ever striven to like make money is because other people judge you based on the tangible things you get from doing something. And so I was getting in my head that I needed to do this. I needed to get fiat currency in order for other people to respect me as a creator or whatnot. And that's not really, I've changed. So that's not what I'm here for. I really don't care about the money.
That's cool.
That's awesome because the best
There's
thing
definitely
is
a place.
Go ahead, Nubs.
There's definitely a place for money to be made. Personally, I don't think it's necessarily from YouTube. I would say it's more connecting with people through YouTube. Finding some decent people and entering into simple business contracts. Because that's an actual asset that you together.
Robot.
You're borging out on me, Nubs, and you're saying something really important.
I wouldn't say super important. No, what I'm saying is there's money to be made, but I don't think it's necessarily from donations from your subscribers or people that are watching you or I don't know.
You
You
got
must
that
have that
crazy
slave
link.
link.
All right,
What
Austin, we're
link
gonna
is
go over to
it?
you. We're gonna go over to you, sir. What do you feel
The
about all
money
this?
thing, it's like everybody wants, more money. I mean, that's the thing. You got to be honest. Everybody wants money. But the reality
Can't
of this
live without
YouTube
it.
thing is to get the big money on here, you're going to be selling your soul for rock and roll one way or another. And I'd rather just go work, stocking shelves at Walmart or something if I needed more money or the ways that my
Less
family
headache.
brings in money. I'm not, I think coming with that intention on here, you're going to find yourself in bad stuff pretty fast. My opinion. And there's examples of people. I can think of maybe a couple examples of people who seem to be making money, and it's usually off of something else they're doing, and they're using this almost as a form of interaction or advertisement. I don't really think, you know.
I think
I know a lot of people.
that's where this would be the interaction because realistically take, for instance, we've got a panel of 5 people, right? Let's say as 5 grown adults, we all came up with 20 grand. That's $100,000. We go buy a house and we remodel that motherfucker and we sell it for double what we put into it. Yeah, like that's where the money would be made, in my opinion, in a YouTube scenario.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I
Yeah.
keep hearing this word merch thrown around, so I guess now that's a different way. I don't know. I'm kind of new to that.
How many hoodies can
Your
you
soul, Mary.
how many hoodies and how many hats can you fucking sell?
And
Yeah.
coffee cups. And coffee
Well,
cup.
think about who makes
Right.
that shit, though. That shit's made in like China or Indonesia or whatever. They're making like 10 cents for every shirt, and then you're charging $20 for a shirt, and you're making $1 off each one. Like
Yep.
that's selling your soul, and that's why I left the casino industry, because I'm not willing to sell my soul to make money. And like you said about stocking shelves, I might go back to do that in a month or two, and I might do that for a couple months before we open as a side job on top of all my other work, just to make a little money. But I'm not ashamed of that. I'm cool with that. I decided
so
this
much
is not
better
where I want to
way-
make money.
Uh-oh. Here comes the board. Robot.
Am I still cutting
No,
out?
I thought I had signal problems. You got the #1 slot right there.
Uh-oh. MoOse is froze up now. Oh, there he is. He's back. Jesus. God, pay your damn internet bill, boy.
Hey, Austin. I don't want to derail. Oh, Nubs is back. So I want to have a question for you before you leave, but I want to
Yeah.
give Nubs the floor again.
No, I
He's
just
back.
see that there's much better ways to make money on Larry with his battery thing. You know, you put 3 or 4 ideas together in a team of people that's driven, you may.
He's gone.
Hey, he got the point out there, though.
You did get the
Thanks.
point out there. Basically, the point is, folks out there who missed the point, this is a good place to advertise. You know, to maybe meet people that have the passion. You know, and if you see people can actually pull through, like I have a hotel, right? You guys can clearly see if you go look at my website, you look at the Google reviews, you can clearly see I'm doing my fucking job. Now, I'm someone you would want to collaborate with, you know, when it comes down to that. When it comes to selling your soul and stuff, you know, like that's not, you know, I've gone down that road, and it tears me up inside, and it you know, that's not the kind of shit we want. But we can come up with good ideas.
Yeah, I agree.
You better ask your question while you can, Mary.
Austin, I was in your chat earlier, and I'm gonna try and make it quick to the point. I saw someone had put the definition of pagans/pagus, meaning country people. Is that an accurate thing that I read? #1.
Yeah, in the original Latin, pagan means country dweller. It'd be like a rural. It'd be synonymous with rural.
Okay, so I'm just making
the
this
Latin.
I'm making this tenuous connection in my head with what's been going on the last couple of years, and questions about, you know, Catholicism and all that from years ago. And when I saw that definition, it just hit me, because what I think's going on in the last couple of years is they're really trying to reach the unreachable. You know, the T people, are just trying to make sure they're getting that every last person. And after hearing the definition and understanding the basic of Catholicism coming up and merging with pagans, and hit me that were they seriously trying to reach everyone? Because that totally takes them out of the religious, quote unquote, religious category and puts them more like in a cult category.
And what time, like in recently or back in the day, or just
Well,
in
back
general?
in the day, because their narrative was we wanted to embrace the pagans. We wanted to show them the way so that we merged with them. And it never made sense because modern day definition of pagan is witchery. So
Yeah.
it didn't make sense, to go embrace the enemy's son and try and bring him on over to the other side. The narrative didn't make sense. But when I saw the definition, I'm like, they're doing what the government's doing, basically. They're
Yeah.
trying to reach the unreachable. And to me, that puts them in a whole classification as if we could open the eyes of its followers, um, wow, it would be a wow, holy crap moment of who have I been following, bowing down to, doing rituals, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring that subject up and maybe see what your thoughts were.
Well, no, I really appreciate you saying that because you're showing me that someone's actually listening to the conversation that I'm trying to have. So thank you. That's exactly what you're getting at. Is exactly why I'm reading that John Lamb Lash book and why I'm thinking about that whole thing, because that John Lamb Lash talks about the victim perpetrator complex that the salvationist versions of Christianity that we see engender in everyone. So you're either a victim or a perpetrator. And to even bring it to some of the other stuff we're talking on the YouTube, it's wrapped up in our whole thing, right? So you can either perpetrate or you can be perpetrated on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complex that has been in our souls. And I would just add too on the pagan thing. Later stages, it was like, oh, we're trying to help you. They rebranded it. But the chapters we're going to get to and earlier stages of it was outright imperialism. It was, you're a filthy heathen, you're a filthy pagan, you're immoral, you're evil, you're corrupt, and it's sword or die, or it's convert or the sword. It's
Right.
not. There was no niceness about it. That comes much, much later. When we have more of a global understanding, they got to sort of rebrand all that. But back in the day, it was convert or die, which is what
And I thought I heard those two different narratives. So,
yeah.
I did not grow up with religion. So I did a lot of research after turning 15 and hearing from all the different sects of Catholicism, because that's all I see the churches are, is all different sects of Catholicism. This little bit story, this little tweak on a story on the right here makes you think a different thing. And then, this other church tweaks it over here on the left, and you're thinking a whole new different thing. And you're thinking, am I learning about one religion here? Or am I learning about multiple? So it wasn't until years later that I kind of took out their BS and tried to see it for what it truly was. And like I said, when I saw the definition of pagan today, it connected all those dots I've been trying to connect for myself.
They essentially rebranded Roman imperialism as Christianity, is what John Lamb Lash is arguing.
Just out of curiosity, I've been doing some study myself, and it kind of really pertains to this topic. Excuse me, are you familiar with the theory that the Bible or the New Testament was prominently written by Josephus, and that the character of Jesus was strongly based off of the ministry of Tiberius.
I think I've heard those things, but I've not exactly flushed that out. What I know of Josephus is he's the one that they try to historically ground. He's the one they always go to, and he only makes passing references to.
But not only is he the only one, but he's literally the only motherfucker that mentions it.
Yeah.
Like the only. And if you look at his family, like they were straight up Rome suckers.
Yes.
Like you look at how his family benefited from that whole story. And I guess where it really started getting me is when I realized that there is a ministry of defense, and I put that whole ministry together.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the link that people have been looking for, because I really think that people have this weird feeling that this is more of a business than a religion, but they
It is a,
you know,
go ahead.
go ahead. Well, I was just gonna say, like I'm sure all of us has done our research. And even if we put all that research together, I don't think even between the five of us that we even touched, even made a dent into the big scheme of things. So I think that little bit that you're talking about, like, I'm really curious about this. Did you say Tiberius?
Yes. Tiberius, okay. Who effectively, his dad was the emperor of Rome, so he would have been the son of God. And Tiberius's ministry over Jewish people started in Galilee, where he told his disciples, "Come, let me make you fishers of men." When there was about 2,000 Jewish rebels that were up against the Roman Empire, and they swamped the boats and literally were spearing men as if they were fishing. Kind of changes in story, doesn't it?
Yeah, and where I thought I've heard that before. Are you? Is there someone that is? Where are you getting that from? Just curious.
The place that I'm getting my direct information and then researching it further is there's a guy by the name of Cootie Mayo. He does phenomenal research. And he uses scholarly sources, firsthand sources, such as the memoirs of the people, so their words, like Christopher Columbus. He uses Christopher Columbus's words to describe what Christopher Columbus was doing. And it can be found at the Vatican archives. Not to mention there's of all people, that there are books out there that they're just filled with little fucking jewels.
Yeah.
Like some serious little fucking jewels.
People do not like this conversation. It was funny, even old Truther Cop, and he did a little talk about the Rihanna Super Bowl thing and put the term pagan in that. And I'm not, one of these, I'm in no way, and this is funny too, like on the idea we're talking about panels and how people like interpret you. I think people interpret me as coming off sort of as like a lefty sort of type person. I've heard that feedback, and it's really funny because it really, I guess in a lot of ways I have some liberal tendencies, but I'm not like a Wiccan or anything. I have no desire to like necessarily reinvigorate some ancient pagan tradition. I'm really more just sharing my own thought processes and developments. But it is funny how that word gets tossed around as a pejorative. And another point that John Lash book brought out that just like blew my mind was how Christianity was foisted upon the native peoples of Europe, and that it was such a radical program of control and mind control that by the time they get over to the Americas and they find people that were living just like they were 1,000 years ago, they call them savages, and they have absolutely no problem doing the same exact crimes that were done to them. So the brainwashing in the system is so powerful that they come over here to an Edenic place. And if you read early passages of people's experience here, they did literally think it was Eden, that they had found the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
With abundance
Yes.
and fish jumping out of the river. They
Yes.
literally thought it was Eden. And then they went to destroying it immediately.
Yeah.
So there's something.
Well, Christopher Columbus, in his own writings, said that the reason that he came to the Americas is to conquer Mount Zion and conquer the people of Prester John, which can be loosely translated to, well, not loosely, but it can be translated to King David, effectively. And if you really, like, if you start studying some shit, which you're definitely a studier, look into this, because you'll see, like, for instance, the description of the city of David that's given in the Bible does not describe the fucking thing over in Jerusalem, or what we know as Jerusalem. What it does describe is the city in Pumapunku. That's definitely described very well. Same description, different place. You know,
Yeah.
So when you start looking into those kinds of things, and instead of looking at somebody's opinion of what Christopher Columbus was doing, he knew what the fuck he was doing. He brought translators. He knew where he was going. You're not going to tell me that the king and queen of a brand new country, because mind you, 1498 or in 1492, Columbus sailed. But that's also the beginning of the Spanish Empire, because that's when the Moors fell, was a year before, or approximately. So effectively, you had the Roman Catholic come in to power, and the Moorish Empire going out of empire.
I just want
Not to
add in here.
mention, you had
No,
no. You can't add in on your own fucking show.
if you take a look at the missions in Baja California, as an example of the imperialism, there are missions like 2 hours away from cities in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Like, these people,
Nowhere
they
now.
went everywhere. Well, yeah, it's nowhere now, but if you look at it, it's like we have paved roads now. Like, if you didn't have that paved road 200 years ago when they put this shit up, like, they had to travel by donkey or whatever and go over these mountains to find these people. So it's kind of like that. This stuff interests me. I'm really interested in, like, the imperialism of all these, the Americas.
Well, and part of the reason I was trying to bring it up, and again, like, we can never even really get this far into the conversation because we can't even sort this stuff out in enough time, but there seems to be something plaguing the so-called truth community, which I don't consider myself a part of at any level anymore now that I understand it more. There seems to be some bit of operant conditioning, mind control conditioning, that doesn't allow us to escape whatever this is that's going on in the world. And when you look at the Abrahamic traditions, and the victim perpetrator complex. And as we were discussing in the passages today, the emphasis on suffering as being a key to the whole thing, and the glorification of suffering and all this sort of stuff. It's like, that's what I think has something to do with it. But even myself being raised Catholic, that stuff is so ingrained in you that like my soul feels guilty. And that's how you know something's up. But my soul even feels guilty, sort of exposing this stuff, which is the sign that something is wrong. Because what are you really saying? You know, objective reality is telling me something else, but even my soul. And I've taught my children how to pray the Our Father. You know, I've shared the Gospels with my children, and I get a lot of like comfort from the Our Fathers and my Hail Marys and all that stuff. So it's not at all as simple, you know, all Christians bad or all pagans good. I'm not even saying that, but there just seems to be something in our ideology that keeps us sort of broken and celebrating our brokenness, and we can never really like rise above it, seems to me.
Well, as a survivor of many different good and bad things, because as you know, even good stress can be bad, you know. I often ask myself that. I walked out of one parent was violent and one parent was more emotionally and mentally, but walked out of both of them kind of bright-eyed and bushy-tailed to the world, but like I was happy to be free. So I kind of had this, you know, it was faux. I was just happy to be free. You know what I'm saying? Because when I really opened my eyes to what was before me in this quote unquote free country with this quote unquote history they wanted us to memorize, and I could not wrap my head around how people treated each other. I really couldn't. The question that ran through my mind is, with freedom, people still choose to do this? I don't understand that. I don't understand.
It's because we're not really free.
Well,
it's really because we're not
yeah.
really free.
That is the
run
answer
around,
to my question.
In my opinion, I think what it is we realize inside of us, deep inside of us, that we are far from free. Yet every 4th of July, we run around in this false delusion that, oh, we're free people, we're free. You know, our soldiers fought and died for us. Our soldiers don't fight and die for us. They have not fought and died for us for many, many years. There might be people that went into the military thinking they're fighting and dying for us. And for those people, I appreciate their service and their dedication. I also realize that there's some fucking stockholders that make a lot of fucking money when those boys go to another country and die.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love this. I just gotta say one more thing, and then I gotta roll. And I love this. This is why I come, and I love these good conversations. But just a little food for thought as I go. I think about that, right? Are we free or not? And I'm going to kind of contradict what I just said, because I just even mentioned not able to break through my own conditioning on the Christianity, or, you know, my Catholic upbringing. So in some ways that seemed to suggest a lack of freedom there. But I really, my soul also cries out to push back against that we're not really free. Like what, you know, because freedom seems to be a state of mind as much as anything. So at the same time,
you're absolutely right.
Right. So
I don't mean to interject, but look at the etymology of the word freedom.
Right.
Can you tell me? Because I haven't.
Freya Domes. Freya. Who's Freya?
I know who Freya is.
Exactly. You know who Freya is. And Domes, what is that? Latin. Domes. Freya Domes. What is freedom? Put those two together.
So are you
Does
talking
it
about
mean what we
the
think it
pagan
means?
goddess?
I am not a language major, so you guys are gonna have to help me with that. So,
All
I
right,
mean,
we're gonna have.
I just blew
I'm
your
looking it up
fucking
right now.
mind, did I? You're
And Austin,
What connection
I
does to you?
appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Austin. So I don't want to hold you hostage. I just want to say thank you for coming today.
Oh, you're not holding me hostage. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it very much. I'm glad I came up here. And Nubs, we're gonna have to flush that out again. But I want you to, because I want you to tell. Yeah, I was thinking of Odin's wife, Freya, right?
yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Odin's wife, Freya.
And then
Was
what's
she
the
nice to
Doma?
mankind? Domes. Domus. Dome. The mind. Dome. The head. Like,
Yeah.
you think about Freya and what she did to mankind. It's not a good thing. That's
So-
why if you're free, you have no value. If something's on the side of the road with a sign that says free, the person that put it out there says it has no value to me.
And most people will drive right by it, but you put $5
Dude,
on
I
it,
ain't even
$10
gonna
on it,
lie.
they'll come pick it up.
Sorry, Moose. I ain't even
Absolutely.
gonna lie. That kind of describes my life. Like, I have literally walked 52 years wondering why I couldn't perceive my value in other people's lives. It's the weirdest thing. And I basically had to finally say, I have to create my own value in my own life, because after I grew up, they didn't matter. Like, when I finally got to make my own choices, they did
Well,
not matter.
who can do your push-ups?
I know,
Nobody.
Nubs, you asked me, only me. But listen, I wasn't even given basic indoctrination as a child. So for me, my mind didn't even start growing until I was 15 years old. So it
And
was like I
they
was
told me I was a fucking retard half of my fucking life. We all have a story, and I'm not diminishing your story. Not by any means. Because that is where you come from. And like, I'm not looking to even circle back on that even. I just think that when we understand that English is a trade language and it's a bastard language at best, and when we understand what we're actually fucking saying, when we're talking about an ancient goddess and the mind in regards to our state of mind, well, wait, that means that she holds our state of mind. And she was not a kind individual.
Yeah, but that's and I got to roll those, but we got to flush that another time. That's the part I'm not agreeing with. You're saying she's not a kind individual, and I'm not seeing where you're getting that. And I would look up, and I had this painting as my backdrop. You guys should look up on your own time if you're curious about this character. There's Freyja by John Bauer, an old painting, but Freyja was the goddess. She's just another feminine divinity. And this is exactly what we're talking about the hit pieces by the Abrahamic traditions against the original belief system. She's just one, and the goddess has a triple quality to her, right? The mother, the crone, and
Wasn't she also the goddess of war, though, as well?
That's it.
right, but also love,
There
beauty,
it is.
fertility, sex, and gold. I mean, it's all of it, right? Life is all these things, right? So, but
Absolutely,
Right.
I'll agree.
Right.
but I love
All
you.
right.
I'll
And I hope
agree.
you guys have a good night.
Peace.
And power, everybody.
Peace,
It's good
brother.
times talking, man. And we'll do it again. And Nubs, we'll have to jam on this more, man, because I'm not trying to cut you off. But I'm trying to limit my own time on this MK Ultra platform. So, peace and power, everybody.
Well, hey,
night, brother.
you got to take your doses as they come.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I got you. I got you.
We'll circle back to this dopamine addiction.
Yeah, we
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, give me some more.
But yeah, I mean, because I was just reading up on her, and war was the one word that stood out. I was like, wait a second, she's not all peaceful. She's, you know, let's read the actual thing right here. Let's see, where'd it
I
go?
guess I look at it. I was having a conversation because there was like 13 cops. Really, it was like 6 of them, but nevertheless, it might as well have been 13. I stopped to get gas and coffee, and it was probably about 10:30. They may have been going on shift or off shift. None of my fucking business what they were doing. It is my business when they're sitting or they're standing there having a conversation about their quota while I'm waiting to get my coffee. It kind of disgusted me today. And yeah, that's why I'm here. I just wanted to bitch a little bit. I'm done.
That's fine. You can bitch about it. But
I
Freya
mean, we're
is
gonna have these. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have these feelings, or knowing what we know, and then seeing that obnoxious display of IDAF about everyone around me, because that's their
oh yeah.
persona. Yeah, that would tickle my nerve a little bit. I've called back in the day before cell phones and all that. I have seen that, and I have stopped, dialed up their precinct, and had a conversation with someone, because to me, that arrogant display, it does not garner respect in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, not at
What I
all.
thought
They used
was
to do that in the coffee shop that I worked at. They would come in, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Nubs, but they'd come in, they'd sit at a table, and they'd start doing their reports, and they'd be talking about that shit. Like, oh, their quota this, quota that. And I'm like, wait a second, I thought you guys didn't have quota.
Yeah.
Do what you get for
well,
thinking.
the best part is I walked in and I normally carry a few knives, and I don't carry them like hidden, in my pocket with just a little clip. No, you see the whole goddamn thing, and it's out like a damn gun. Hang on.
Depends where you're at.
Like, is Bowie its name?
All right.
I can't
So,
see it.
Dude, you're showing us like it's like midnight there, and you're
Yeah,
putting a
it's
black thing up to the screen. For all we
Nelson's
know,
my
that could be
life.
don't
a
you worry about
dealio.
it.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, okay. All right.
So it sits like that.
So not hidden at all, right?
No, not hidden at all. Uh, Here's me with a cup of coffee walking in. They're in my way to get my creamer. Well, what do you do when there's people that shouldn't be in my way? I just kept on walking. They were in my fucking way. They were like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Thank you for
What do you
moving."
say? Excuse me, regardless of who it is.
No, they said, "Excuse me" to me.
Yeah, but if you ran into them, that was your fault.
Oh, no. I'm a patron at the restaurant or at the store. They're talking about personal matters or public matters. Yeah, I don't give much quarter to,
But if they
and I'm
didn't
not
know you
aggressive by
wanted
any
through
means.
there,
What's that?
I said, if they didn't know you wanted past them,
Well, it's pretty obvious if you're standing in front of the half and half dispenser and somebody's standing there with a cup of coffee.
Well, yeah, if they see you, they should move.
Yeah, they're standing. Yeah, they definitely saw me. That
If
was the
they're
whole
in
point.
uniform, if they're in uniform and they're driving paid for vehicle, they are not on their own time.
That's the
However,
point.
you take that little incident and you multiply that by every incident, they're going to get a shitty attitude towards people.
Listen, I was just FYI, I was security guard for 10 years. And I first became a security guard in the state of Virginia, not far outside DC. So I had to be licensed and everything. And the one thing that they were absolutely adamant on, and they referred back to the police officers code, was not to wear that uniform in public like that. To get this sense of superiority, or that you have, as you're walking in your private life, you don't have anything over anyone wearing a uniform like that. So they were very serious about that. And yeah, I'd be mad too if I saw that. No lie.
Yeah, they were. I would assume that they were all on duty, as they all had radios on, et cetera, et cetera. And then after I left, a couple of them ran out the door, headed to their cars real quick, and got the hell out of Dodge. So probably had a call or something. Nevertheless, it's just, for me, it's not that I'm disrespectful. It's just I give no respect for those that, like, I don't see that badge and that gun as things that I should respect. What they do to people, the fact that there's... What's that?
I said there's not all cops are assholes. There's a person underneath that badge. A little respect goes a long way.
I would say that absolutely. And when you respect your oath of office, first and foremost, and do as you have agreed to as an officer, then we would not have any bad officers. Because if we had good officers, legitimately good officers, they would take out the bad officers.
I agree.
Listen, I went to college. Go ahead.
Since we still have officers that are bad officers, and it is very clear and blatant in today's society that this is the case, I would say that if there are good officers, I would desperately love to see them step up to their oath of office. And I will say that there is some desperate attempts by some sheriffs around the country to adhere to the Constitution. So hats off to them. They're stepping in the right direction. Yeah. However, there's still incidences in those very departments that are still causing trauma to the American people.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to derail this whole conversation, but the fact that Jack Talcott is back, it just cracks me up, man.
Back where?
Who said his name? You were thinking it, MoOse. You were thinking it.
MoOse, thanks a lot.
Where's he at, MoOse?
Go back to the police talk, guys. I'm sorry, but every time you know where he's at. Every time I see his face pop up, I just gotta see how long it. I just went to check it out. I just went to check it out to see Jack Talcott.
Because killed the cat. Thanks, man.
You did it. You fucking.
All I gotta say is, I put a timer on now. I put a timer on every time he comes on. I put a timer on to see how long it takes him to run. Last time it only took him like 3 minutes, so don't worry.
He just talked 4 hours of crap on Ian's channel about Paul.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And he's back at Paul's again. Oh my God.
Oh man,
Good
G-
Lord.
God bless us.
Talking about glutton for punishment. He won't be there long. He's running faster and faster all the time.
I mean, I guess bottom feeders will be bottom feeders. I mean, I don't know why I just said that. I don't. I'm just.
He's not even a bottom feeder. I don't know what he is.
Nah,
When
he's
you're
not a
glutton for
bottom
that
feeder.
kind of punishment, that's. Mm.
To
Nah,
my
because there's
understanding, his behavior would mimic a bicycle mostly.
The other night, I found out everything I needed to know what's wrong with him.
A little
The
drinky.
No, the post
no.
office put him off of work for mental issues, and the doctors refused to clear him to go back to work.
I mean,
The
we all
post
knew that. You
office.
know,
Right there.
I've worked for the
he
post office.
knows he's artistic. Okay, just say it. He's artistic.
He's artistic.
Artistic.
Yeah, Mary. You know, I meant that.
I
I
I
know.
don't
know.
even
I
mean that.
know.
Like when
I
it
know what
comes
you're
to that
saying.
guy,
No,
he's the
not
worst.
autistic.
Like
He's artistic.
he's
Yeah.
artistic.
Yeah. That's a special kind of new person.
It's a special kind of new person. He is an art form in himself. That is
He
why it
Oh
intrigues
man.
me so much.
he
He's
slipped
an
a
art
cop.
form.
He took a
You
trip and
know
never
why?
came
You know
home.
why he goes back there, guys? Because when he goes into other streams that are not geared in that sense, you know, where he's at right now, he he can't even get up to the panel, you know, to have his piece. He can't get, you know, like he stopped dead right there, right in the chat, you know. Before five people can say hi, shit's already going down.
I
Because
think
in a
I think
regular
we can end
place,
war.
what's that?
I said I think we can end war if we put our heads together.
All you got to do is send Talcott in there, and it'll pretty much be like waterboarding him.
I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Well, isn't that his main
But
purpose?
he'll only take it from certain people. So let me tell you my experience. Before I knew MoOse, before I ever heard of that other place, you know, we don't mention its name. It's the place we don't
Oh, we
Mary, I
lost
want to
track.
know how you know.
Okay,
How do
so
you
this is
know
what
that, Mary? How do you know who he takes it from?
because I investigate. So after having this experience and then meeting you and hearing all these stories, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I need to go check this out. But my first experience was there's 20 people in this live chat. The host is doing its own thing. And in comes a person named Jack Talcott. And people are like, hi, Jack, hi, Jack, hi, Jack. And Jack's like, I don't know his exact words,
Oh,
but
that's
man,
it. Hijack.
it was vegan something. And
Do you
well,
get it?
first of all, yes, hijack. Yes, I do get it. You're right. But he don't stay in places he's unsuccessful. So when he said that, I was like,
Exactly. Neither do hijackers.
well, he tried to, but he didn't last like 2 minutes in that chat. So when everybody kept talking about Jack Talcott and he didn't last 2 minutes in this chat I speak of, I was like, who the heck is this guy? Why is everyone talking about? Is he that much of? Well, I gotta check this out. So it makes me
He's a
laugh
guru.
thinking about what's that?
He's a guru.
Well, that's how he came across when he came into this chat I was in. So I like putting stop signs up to people like that. Like, I've researched thousands of years of indigenous tribes, and there was not one pure vegan or pure meat tribe in thousands of years. So he
Yes,
read
there
that
was.
wrong, and he said,
No, there
well,
was.
I didn't, Nubs, I didn't research every single
No,
tribe in the
no,
whole
yes,
world, okay?
yes, 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 there was. My name is Circleback Jack. My mission, my mission is to hijack.
Oh shit. We got what are my homies down here? The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kidro. He made my intro, my outro. He brought me back to life. Oh, well, I guess I spoiled the guess who. Welcome back, brother. Man. Ah, dude. You know that snake that eats its own tail?
Yeah.
I figured out the name of it. I never
What?
knew the name of it until I met Jack Talcott.
Say it, Moose.
It's Jack Talcott. Like, I mean, it's got to
I
be.
thought you were going to say circle back Jack again.
Circle back Jack. Oh man, and it's funny because when he respects you, he'll take whatever shit you give him. I mean, you could dish him a pile of steaming hot turd, and he'll take it from you, right? And he'll be like, "I love you, brother. I love you, brother." But now that my numbers have dropped and I don't have like 100 people down there, cheering my name, he's nowhere to be found.
Moose, how
Kidro, why are you
often do you
hiding?
have 100 people down there cheering your name?
Well, I do dream every night, Nubs, multiple times a night.
And your wife is
Especially,
okay with this?
I
it
don't
is a
know. It
dream.
depends on what they're chanting.
Well,
There you
I'm
are. There's
just saying
Kidro.
their location is pretty important to this situation because they're down there. So,
Down under. What's up, Kidro? I can't hear you. You're muted or something. I don't understand why.
We can't hear you, Kidro.
I can't
Kidro,
hear
you and
you.
I go to the same hairstylist.
I can't hear you, brother. I see your lips moving. You're not muted here.
Your lips are moving, but nothing's coming
Here,
out.
I turned your mic all the way up, and you have zero sound. This is broadcasting excellence here. This is the kind of stuff you expect over here at the MoOse channel. We're here testing audio equipment. We're talking cops and how many of them don't do their job. Others overdo their job, and yeah, we're pretty disappointed in the whole system in general. But yeah, circle back, Jack. Where are you? Come home. Come home to
I
roost.
support the system. I think it is flawless. Just for an FYI, I am all about internal global warming. Poke and poke and poke. Stick away. That way we're all safe. My safety is your safety. If
Thank
anybody's
you, Nubs.
listening, follow the planning.
Can you double the
COVID
mask for me too?
mentality.
Are you alive
Okay,
out there,
so what the
Kidro?
fuck are we talking
Oh,
about?
There
oh,
it is.
he's back.
Hey.
He's back. What are we talking about? Have you met the man named Jack Talcott?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, then you know everything you need to know about what we're
Circle back,
talking about. Talcott has
So I
been
come
labeled
back
an
around
enemy.
to that.
Well, I don't like talking about people like without them being here because that's not. It's like they can't
Let
really
me
defend
invite him
themselves.
then. I'll invite him. It is rude.
Well, we've
And we're not
said
talking.
hurry up.
You're roboting, bro.
That's because I'm a robot.
Illuminati confirmed.
No.
Hey guys, I have 2 feet of snow outside.
Okay, well, how many legs of snow do you have?
0. They stay inside.
Okay, so how can you have 2 feet of snow when you have 0 legs of snow?
Oh, I hate them brain twisters. Like, it makes my brain hurt. I have 48 inches of snow outside. Lost nubs again.
Shit. I'm the worst broadcaster in broadcasting history.
Were you
I'm over
talking to
here.
us and we didn't hear anything?
No, I'm listening to Mr. Talcott get yelled at right now. It's so amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, Kidro. I understand.
Where is Talcott? What's happening?
Here, you want to listen to this together? Here. I
Must be
shouldn't hold
good.
it to myself. Mary, it'll just be a second. It's a quick.
Honorable man and Jack.
Mary, circle back, Jack.
That's are going to differ.
No, okay.
Nobody
If you could be mama, I can't be daddy. Oh, come on, we have to play fair here. This is about equity.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You and I are on mutual ground.
Come on,
But
man. We're talking about Jack Talcott. Come on, go back to it, Jen.
Here.
Am I the new
All right,
mama?
just,
Because
yes,
let me
just,
tell
no,
you
the
something.
secondary
I
to
want to
Jennifer.
put a
Jennifer's
whoop
mama
ass
number
on
one.
that
Alright.
motherfucker.
Hold
Never
on,
mind.
Jen.
For
Jennifer number
playing
This is a
two.
fail. This is a fail. We missed the good part.
Fail.
I want my money
Kidro,
back that I never paid for.
look, I'm
I
gonna give
want
you
my
guys
money
all
back
free
that I
tickets
did
to the
pay
next
for.
show.
You just never got it.
I'm gonna give you tickets to the
Can
next
I
show.
redeem
Free
them
tickets.
for cash?
We don't use
Can
fiat
I
currency in this
redeem
place.
for?
Yeah, what do you
He's
think
just
we are,
gonna try
Logan
and
Paul?
make us
Oh.
come back to his next show.
We don't
I was
use
gonna
online
use
currency. Do
for,
we look like Logan Paul to you?
No, I
I
was
mean,
gonna use it for when he goes to get that shit off the base.
Kidro, you've been off the streets for a while, man. Are you okay? I almost
Yeah,
wanted to send a search party out for you.
No. I've been taking it easy with my leg. Been doing a couple things on my separate channel, and been trying to get my leg back in action. So that's taken a lot of time away from my channels.
What'd you do to your leg?
I actually
And Moose,
have no
why
clue.
did you not give me any response to that? That was priceless.
Any response to what?
You're muted, Moose.
Say it again.
My comment about tipping the barber.
What?
Well, since he cuts his hair himself, and I cut my hair myself. I mean,
Oh, my hair.
get a little tip in there, you know. Oh, here we go. I got a good video we can play. It's a good short clip for you, Kidro, so you can catch up to all the fun that's been going on while you've been gone.
Catch up to all the lore and the origin stories while I've been gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a damn it, Nubs. You're going in and out again. All right, it's only 21 seconds of your
That's
life.
what-
Mary, get back here. This is gonna be the best 21 seconds all stream. All right, here we go.
Joke's
Let's
on you,
get
Moose.
this
I
going.
have no life.
Let's see. Share screen. All right, it's called Who's Your Daddy Now. All right, you guys
I
ready
can
for
only
this?
guess on who's this about.
No, but it's about me. So here we go.
This is exactly why I was so pissed off this morning, because I got to get up and see our little buddy Moose on a different platform with my face mocking me, mocking my name like a little bitch boy that he is.
And what? They don't do that on Paul's channel?
So he went on Paul's
Like
channel,
the
and
bitch boy he is.
and he was really
I
mad at
honestly
me.
have no problem
That
with Talcott.
from now on, MoOse.
You
I don't
took
What
have
his
a
happened?
problem with
face that
Talcott,
his
honestly.
likeness? Wowza.
Let's see. Hold on. How do we do this? Whoops.
MoOse, I'm gonna call
That's
you
not how
little
you do
bitch
it.
boy from now on.
Bitch boy.
I'm on
You
Team
call him Mini
Team
Moose.
Talcott.
Call him Mini Moose.
No, Mini Moose is Mini Moose. You can't call him Mini
No,
Moose. That's
it's
horrible. Do you not know who Mini Moose is?
yeah. Mini Moose
Yeah.
is Moose's Mini.
I
It's the
got it.
This
best
one
From
doesn't
part
work.
that ever came out of Moose. At least the proof. Until there's more proof.
But I actually have no beef or any problem with Talcott, honestly.
Neither do I.
Do you have any
There's no
pork?
beef there. It's all fun and games, Kidro. I'm not even really like mad at him. I think that he misunderstands the whole taking his likeness. Like I changed my name to leave Talcott alone, and I took his picture and I used his picture, and I was trying to defend him, you know, and he took offense to that because I'm not his daddy.
Well, I think that he thought maybe you were mocking him rather than trying to put a defense, you know.
I would
Well,
say
yeah, I got
since he
that.
said that, yes, definitely. I would say he felt mocked.
He's tired. He's tired.
He is.
That's
He's
it.
tired. He's got a rough time going on over there. So, Kidro, what do you bring us today, sir? What do you bring us? Because you're back. You're resurrected.
Yes,
It's
I
good
What
to
have
see
happened to
you.
your
come
leg?
back. You have summoned me from the beyond. You have summoned me from the realm of randomness. So, and I am
And
the
your
king of randomness. Okay.
your audio is like having this static effect. So
Is
you're
that
also electric.
self-proclaimed, or do other people call you that?
No, that's a fact.
Okay.
So,
What did you do to your leg?
I have no clue. I have no clue. It just started hurting, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably just I'm fine. And then it hurt more, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not fine. And so then apparently it's just runner's knee. So that is. So yeah.
What?
So you got runner's knee, but
What?
when does the doctor say
What?
that you are? Nubs, are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself?
What?
I'll be right back.
He's pulling
That's
the
the same
Stone
thing
Cold
Chuck
Steve
said.
Austin on us. What?
Chuck said that 15 minutes ago. I'll be right back, and he's still gone.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time he gets back, I'm going to sleep. What the hell's going on here?
Homestead looks like he's about to start the beginning of a music video with the background scene that he is in right now.
That's a she, and I'm
Sorry,
highly
bad.
offended right now. You can't see her hair. You can't see her ponytail.
No, I can only see like just the top.
In his defense, you are in the dark, hon. You're in the dark.
Sorry, it's been snowing, so
You got to get one of these cheap lights.
Oh no, it's really bright. It's where I have it. This is a super bright. I got one of them bags of tools at Home Depot. This from Ryobi with all the batteries and stuff. So we use it at night, so we're not drawn on the solar or any of our batteries for the lights. And it's been snowing.
While I was gone, while I've been absent, I did make a sword that literally is bigger than me out of paper mache.
Nice.
I'm 6'2".
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know why I made it. Like, there's no way to wield it. So, it's just something I'd... Hold on. I'll show you. Hold on. So, I'm really tall. I'm 6'2", right? This shit...
Nice.
So, give you an idea of how... It's on the floor right now. It's on the floor. I'm not lifting it up. I'm not lifting it up. It's on the floor.
So you could get a pat of butter from 6 feet away.
Basically, yeah.
Nice.
This thing is literally like... Okay, so here's a better comparison. Okay? So we got this right here. Give me a second. Shit. How do I... I know
I
what
don't know how to do that.
I'm trying to make my camera... Hey, Chuck in Tennessee, I have no idea who you are, but how you doing?
All right. I had to put my boy to bed.
Ah, gotcha. We were wondering where you went.
He got autism, so I have to make sure he's ready for bed and in the bed.
You know who else got put to bed about 10 seconds ago?
No.
This is it.
Our boy Talcott. You just got ran off by a woman.
He answered that by a woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
To get perspective.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the door and my apartment ceiling. Then I'm going to put the sword side by side, just so you can get a little, like, what the fuck did I do? So this is it right here.
That's a heat big sword.
Yeah.
Door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Has your leg been hurting you a while? Because that had to take a while to make.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's something I did in my spare time.
There you go.
This is like something you would pull out in Final Fantasy or like in a Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
It's like something for chopping down a tree.
It's paper mache, so no, I don't think it'd be that sharp. I mean, if I hit you with it, and you didn't move, I think that's the only way I could hit someone, is if they didn't move, then, I mean, it could give you a concussion, maybe, but that's about it.
Oh, I'm getting... There we go.
Yeah.
Getting pushed around right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, my eyeballs were going out.
Oh, man.
So, did he get
Beautiful.
kicked out, or is he still there?
Nah, he never gets kicked out, man. People don't get kicked out.
I mean,
Of
it
course he
serves a
ran.
purpose.
Man, he runs every 4
right?
hours. You would think he's the most fucking fit dude in the world with how often he runs.
I heard that.
I don't think it's technically just running. I think it's more of just, like, not wanting to deal with shit.
Yeah, Kidro, for the most part, I agree with you, but the problem is that I can't even tell you the problem, Kidro. I don't even know the problem.
There's
It's
so many
it's
facets of problems with that situation. Because I even know of Jack outside that situation, and
Because
warning
I've
bells
talked to
went
Jack
off.
one on one, and he's actually a pretty decent dude to actually like talk to. So
I
it's
I talk to him all the time one on one, and I
yeah.
had to stop because he
I tried.
he yeah, I had to stop because he was trying to drag me into some bullshit. But
Like
Kidro,
I,
we're not
as
here to
long as
talk
we can
about Jack.
respect each other, I
That's
have no
it.
problem talking with people. You know,
You're
like
right.
I don't agree with some of the shit that he says, but I can find like common ground with him. So that's how my relationship is based on people. As long as we can find common ground at the end of the day, I won't have a problem with you.
You're right. I agree with
I
you. I
kind of
actually
go
agree with
about
you.
life that way, but it was weird meeting him because he was not. It was the very first time he was in a chat, and he kind of come off as what did Nub say about interrupting, or what did Nub say about Jack at first?
Circle back, Jack.
Yeah, the other one. Because what he did was he come in and didn't read the room and wanted to just start a conversation amongst strangers that he didn't know. It was just a warning bell type of thing to do without a hi, without recognizing the host, or you know what I'm saying.
I recognize my host because I like to host my own stuff. As soon as I come in the room and other people are hosting, I snap my fingers and I demand attention. I go like, "Peasant, come here. Now bring me your finest wine and your best horse.
That
Did
would be
you
MoOse.
Bring me your finest ale and your best whore."
And bring Nub some better signal because I thought my signal was bad.
Dude, I thought my slave net was bad, and then I met Nubs.
Yep.
Well, poor
I
guy.
need your link,
You know what it is? It's another
Moose.
test in gratefulness.
No, it's Paul. It's Paul attacking the 4G. Paul's
No, we don't want to
attacking the
talk about
4G.
it. You don't bring that name into here. We love our friend Paul.
You gotta
Oh,
We have
put
by
a
no
the
beef
way,
with
quarter
that
in
man.
the jar now.
MoOse, he just went live again.
Oh, Talcott.
No,
Oh, all right. Let me
I just
see.
I got
Kidro,
a notification.
what was the name you had?
You see that thumbnail? Yes, bake sale. Oh,
Oh fuck!
I didn't think Jack was that
Fuck.
skinny.
I can't even be that fun working on it, but I don't want to sell my soul for this shit. So let's leave Talcott alone. Leave
There we
Talcott
go.
alone.
So
If you say it 3 times, so
I
won't show
I
up.
recently uploaded some more art on my music channel. So I did do that. Um,
Lost Nubs
Okay.
again.
Yeah. When I said
What
leave
kind of
Talcott
music?
alone, he was like, I'm out.
When what?
What kind of music?
just like lo-fi, upbeat stuff like that. You know, nothing too crazy. Just
It's not on Kidro Media. I don't see it.
no, it's not Kidro Media. It's on Kidro Music Maker.
All right, we're gonna throw some beats in this bitch.
Nice.
Let's see.
You should see me wearing a squid hat.
Oh, what?
A squid
Skirt?
hat. That's what my thing is. I'm wearing a squid hat.
Squid hat. It looks like a frog. Let's see. Which one are we doing? Let's see.
There's 3 ones that I just uploaded.
All right, I got this. Are you gonna strike me for this?
No.
I swear to God, if you strike me, I'm
Trust
gonna be
no.
so disappointed. I'm gonna be so disappointed. Larry got a strike the other day. Larry wasn't even doing anything wrong. All right, here we go. Let's check this out. He's drawing a picture of my girlfriend, my first girlfriend right here. Let's see.
Can you magnify
Can't
that?
hear you, Chuck. Let's magnify it. How do we do this?
Full screen.
Magnify it. Do. Is that magnified? Oh, that's not magnified here. Is it magnified now? How do we do the full screen action?
There you go.
Kidro, have you been watching a lot of porno lately?
Nope. Why?
That's what this song reminds me of.
It's supposed to be faster. I guess it's just because internet. Oh, whoa. What's going on here? It's not moving. All right. We need some commentary in here so we don't get struck. Go to the frog one.
Boom, 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 boom. We're almost done. Oh, there we go. Thank you for watching. Just got the squid hat on. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. He said frog. He said frog. Back this up. Back this up. All right. We got part 1. Here we go. Folks, I got to go to sleep soon. Just telling you. After these 2 frog videos, I got to take a nap. Man, this is beautiful. All right, we need to turn this music up. This song makes me feel like I'm in kind of like a Super Mario Brothers, but like more of a speed run. It's pretty fast music you got going on.
It was supposed to be like a jungle type of vibe.
I got the jungle. I mean, I like it. It's cool.
The frog that I painted, I named Sir Yeet. I mean, not Sir Yeet, Sir Froggo.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the bake sale. Oh, man.
It's supposed to run smoother, but I guess it's just your connection.
Why is it not doing it? Come on. But at least the sound's working.
The eyes came out really great in this one.
Okay, let's see. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. But whoa,
Okay, and
All
then
right.
there's
we
the
lost
second
everybody. We lost everybody. Hold on. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. One more. Boom, bada, boom, 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 bada, boom, boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Boom, bada, boom, 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 bada, boom, 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 bada, boom, boom, boom. All right, let's see if this works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should test this on my own time. There you go. That was for you. That was for you, Kidro.
I appreciate that, man. That
I
means
gave
so
you two
much to
yeets.
me.
All right, we'll do this next one for you, cause I got love for you. You produced some stuff for me, and we're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. We're gonna add this. How do we do this? Share screen. Back to the window. Yeah, here we go. Kidro Music Maker. Oh, we even got a thumbs up for you.
Yeah. Yeah, the eyes I did on this was amazing.
So did you buy that, or did you actually make that the frog thing?
No, I bought the frog thing and then I just painted it.
And you made the music. You made the music
Mhm.
homemade, so I'm digging that.
Watch the eyes. What the eyes like come like make the thing come to life. It's really cool.
Why is it so slow?
Stop. You don't have that right.
You ready?
Oh,
Ready.
no.
Wait, what are you doing to the eyeball?
You'll see.
Putting a patch over him?
No, you'll see. Hold on.
Mary's shaking her head over here. She doesn't believe in it. She doesn't know what's going on with the eyeball.
But those eyes just really made it like come alive. I think that was the like real part of this. And so basically on this video, I'm just basically touching up the little details on him.
Yep, you did the nose too. Nose is good. It's a pretty cool ass frog.
And then I just put like little black stripes on him, so it looks kind of like the muscle and the skin.
That other picture, that was the black paper picture.
What picture are you talking, Mary?
The first one that you showed us, the first video.
Shit, I gotta see. Let's see. Yeah, the first one was it was. Oh shit!
These spring onions here were sowed 10 months ago.
Whoa, we're not allowed to show that. That's not my video. Yeah, the first one was. What is that? Is that etching paper or something, Kidro?
Mhm.
That first one.
It's scratching
This one?
paper.
So the color
pretty
was
dope, dude.
beneath the black part?
Yes.
Gotcha. That's very cool.
That
And
is
I
pretty-
didn't know what
that's
color
pretty
it was
cool.
going to turn out to be.
Oh, okay. So a surprise to you too.
Yeah, I mean, like, when you do things like that, you gotta make something that you know it doesn't matter what it'll turn out as. So you don't want to go for something that's a specific color.
Right,
Which
right,
is
right,
what-
right.
Where'd it go? There you go. Boom.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, you're a really good artist, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
No joke. I'm not even fucking with you. But guys, it is getting pretty late down here, and I got to be up really early tomorrow.
Well,
So
if
I'm
it's
gonna have
late
to
down
say
there, you
goodnight.
got to be up tomorrow. Then how is that gonna work?
Well, we're just gonna have to figure that out, aren't we? Gonna have to figure that out.
Miss, thank you for having me. Nice to meet you.
Thank me for having you.
Bo, right?
You're a
Bo?
blessing.
Kidro, sorry, Kidro. Kidro, it's nice to meet you.
It was
Same
great
here.
having you, Mary. And
Have a good
Kidro, I'm
night.
glad you're back.
Guys,
Thanks.
yeedily deed, I'm going to sleep, but as I say, peace and much love.
Wait, Kidro, I want you to close us out because this is your outro, and I hardly ever play the outro. I usually just jump off of here without playing it.
If you guys are watching this in the future, make sure you yeet the fuck out of that like button. Kidra approved. Yeet.